What if everything you've ever been told about concealed carry isn't the whole truth? Every year, more than 20 million Americans legally carry a firearm. But most never realize the small habits that could completely change how they'll perform under pressure. The truth is, concealed carry isn't just about carrying a gun. It's about carrying responsibility. I spent many years in the firearm space, and I've seen how easy it is to fall into bad habits when you carry a gun. The kind that can make you feel prepared, but actually turn out to make you vulnerable. So in this video, I'm breaking down 5 concealed carry truths every serious civilian must understand if they want to carry with purpose. And stick around until the end because I'm going to share a bonus tip that will help you immediately put truth number 5 into practice. And you can do it from the comfort of your own home. Let's start with something simple but often overlooked: how you dress. If your firearm is visible or constantly printing, then you really can't consider that concealed carry. Now, it is true that most people won't be paying close enough attention to notice that you're printing, but we've heard far too many stories of people getting robbed for their guns at gas stations or other public places. So you should always try to minimize how much you print as much as possible. Clothing plays a huge role on how effectively you can conceal carry your weapon. It doesn't matter how nice your holster is. If you're wearing a shirt that you print in every single time you move, you're compromising your purpose for carrying. Now, I'm not saying you need to do an overhaul of your entire wardrobe, but you do need to dress with intention. Choose fabrics that drape naturally and that can break up the outline of your gun. Patterns and darker colors help more than light solids. You don't want to draw any unnecessary attention to yourself. Not because you're doing anything wrong, but because the advantage of concealed carry lies in discretion. Here's some easy advice that you can implement on a day-to-day basis. Once you're dressed and holstered, go through your daily motions in front of the mirror. Sit down, reach for something overhead, bend over to pick something up. Pay close attention to what happens. See if your shirt rides up and exposes your gun. And if you do see any issues, then make the proper adjustments. Concealment isn't about baggy clothing. It's about intentional clothing. Make your wardrobe a part of your everyday carry system, because the best carry setup is the one that completely disappears throughout your everyday activities. And real quick, I've got to give a quick shout out to the sponsor of today's video, Barbell Apparel. If you've been watching the channel for a while, you know I take concealment and comfort very seriously, and that all starts with how you dress. Barbell Apparel makes some of the best fitting, most durable pants I've ever worn. They've got the perfect stretch that lets you move, bend, sit, and carry comfortably without your waistband fighting your holster. And right now, for Black Friday, every pair of pants is just $99 on their website. It's the perfect time to upgrade your everyday carry wardrobe and pick up a pair that actually moves with you. So hit the link in the description below and check out Barbell Apparel and take advantage of the $99 Black Friday deal that just went live. Now, clothing is only half of the equation. The other half, and probably the most personal part of concealed carry, is your holster. Your holster is the foundation of your concealed carry system. It needs to be safe, accessible, and comfortable, in that order. A proper holster fully covers the trigger guard, keeps your firearm secure, and allows a smooth and consistent draw. Anything less is a liability. A lot of people think you have to decide between comfort and looks, but comfort should never come at the cost of your safety. The holster that I use on a day-to-day basis is my Tier 1 Axis Elite, and I find that even though it's very comfortable, it does look pretty cool as well. I've been running the setup for years now, and it's performed way above my expectations. Now, I don't want to overlook the comfort aspect of your holster selection, and that's because with comfort comes consistency. If your holster digs into you or shifts around all day, you'll start leaving your gun at home, and that defeats the entire purpose of carrying a firearm. Regardless if you carry appendix, strong side, or in another IWB position, spend the time to test it. Sit down, drive, go through your daily motions. If you can wear your holster all day without thinking about it, you found the right setup. Carry consistently, because with consistency builds confidence. Now, once you've gotten your gear squared away, it's time to focus on the part that really makes the difference: your training. Because gear doesn't win fights, your training does. This is where the gap between owning and being prepared really shows. A lot of shooters hit the range, fire a few mags, and call that practice. But I have to inform you that unfortunately, that's not enough. When you conceal carry, gripping your gun can be kind of tricky if you're not practicing. Your draw has a few key elements that you need to nail each time. And unless you practice, you're not gonna be able to do this under stress. So make sure your training incorporates how you carry. Start with dry fire at home. Use your real setup your same holster, your same belt, and your same clothing. Work on clearing your garment and getting a good purchase or master grip on your firearm. Become consistent at presenting the gun onto a target and breaking your shot with little to no interruptions in your sight picture. And after you've done that at home, take that routine to the range. Draw from concealment, engage a target, reload, and reholster. If this is your first time doing this with live rounds, take your time. Safety is key, and you always want to make sure you're following the 4 rules of firearm safety. Be deliberate and repeat over and over again until you feel confident in your motions. And once the confidence and competence is built up, start to speed up your draw stroke. When you've built enough consistency to trust your draw, you'll move smoother and react faster under stress. Smooth is not fast, fast is fast. So you always want to push yourself to the next level to ensure your progression never ceases. Remember this, in a crisis, you don't rise to the occasion, you fall to the level of your training. So make sure that level is always high. And if you want to keep sharpening those fundamentals, make sure you grab my Fundamental Range Day Guide. Within this document, you'll find a ton of drills you can run at an indoor or outdoor range. I did my best to take some of the hard work off your shoulders by consolidating a lot of drills into one comprehensive packet. And you can take this to the range to work on different fundamentals that will help you progress in your shooting abilities. So if this is something you're interested in, the link will be down below. All right, so we've talked about the physical sides of carry. Now let's shift to something even more important, your awareness. Owning a gun doesn't make you safer. Being aware does. Situational awareness means staying alert to your environment so you can avoid problems before they even start. Don't think of it as paranoia, it's just preparation. Keep your head up when you're walking through a parking lot. Practice putting your phone down. Notice exits when you enter a room. Understand the flow of people and space around you. If something feels off, trust those feelings. Most defensive encounters are won before the gun even clears the holster. And this is because the person that didn't have to interact in this defensive situation was aware enough to avoid it entirely. Your awareness gives you time, and time is the single most valuable resource in a dangerous situation. Develop that mindset. Stay alert, stay humble, and always remember, the best gunfight is the one that never has to happen. Now let's move into the final piece, the part that too many carriers ignore until it's too late. And that's the legal side of carrying a firearm. Knowing how to shoot is one thing, but knowing when you're legally justified to use your firearm is what truly protects you and your future. Every state has different concealed carry laws, different rules, and use of force. They also have different limits on where you can and can't carry, and all of these can change overnight. So it's your responsibility to know these laws. Study your local regulations, check reciprocity if you travel, and understand the legal definition of self-defense. If you ever have to use your firearm, you'll need to be confident that what you did was lawful. Even in a justified case, there will be an investigation, and there could also be court or other legal fees. This is just the reality of the whole process, and a reason why many responsible carriers get legal protection or self-defense coverage. Whether you want to go down that route is completely up to you, but just know that's not fearful, it's just foresight. The firearm protects your body, the law protects your future. Be prepared for both. Concealed carry is more than a skill, it's a discipline. It's how you dress, how you train, how you think, and how you conduct yourself. It's about restraint just as much as readiness. If you stay consistent in these 5 areas, you'll not only be a safer carrier, you'll also be a more responsible one. Carry with a purpose, train with intention, and always keep learning. Now that you've got a strong foundation for carrying responsibly, your next step is learning how to train effectively without burning ammo. So if that interests you, check out my other video on how to train with no ammo. In that video, I'll show you how to build up real skill using dry fire techniques that directly improve your fine motor skills, draw speed, and overall skill testing without firing a single round. And just like all the other information in this video, that link will be down below. Well, that's all I have for you guys today. As always, I'll catch you guys in the next one.